Hey everybody, welcome back to iPhone Blog, the Autotech Tuber. And in today's video, I want to talk about a basic question which everybody's asking these days in 2021, and this is in context to manual SUV versus the automatic. So I have done a little bit of research about which one is the better deal right now and who all should go and buy these vehicles. So just stay tuned for 5 to 6 minutes. I've got all the bells and whistles, and I would be able to let you know what are the pros and cons if you happen to have manual versus automatic. So let's get started. Okay, now if you see in 2021, there are basic three different reasons why people are opting for, let's say, automatic variants. Whether you go for diesel or petrol, the automatic is almost there in each and every segment of the car manufacturing companies. The first reason is the growing population. That's number one. Number two, people, those who are coming in the field of driving dynamics, especially the young blokes, those who happen to be in IT, non-IT, or working in a business class, all want to drive a car. And not everybody is lucky to have, let's say, a car in their background from a very young age. So for people, those who are not well accustomed to car driving and has the capacity to buy a vehicle, for them learning becomes difficult because they don't have, first of all, an option to buy let's say, a car just for the sake of learning. And so when they have this situation, what they do is they end up for school. Okay, so when I say, when you go to a school or when you pick up a school where you want to learn a driving of the car, it may not suit you because of the timing you're working, or maybe at that point of time you may not have the best possible budget. So there are a lot of obstacles. I'm not saying that everybody has all these challenges, but that if you take kind of on an average situation, most of them face these kind of issues. So they are the ones who normally go for auto shift or automatic version compared to manual transmission. So yeah, these are some of the reasons. Now let's talk about six different factors, three the pros and three cons for people those who want to buy an automatic. And I'll also tell you some of the best available options in automatic SUV right now in 2021. Okay, the first thing first, when you buy an automatic, the real advantage is the tractability, the driving dynamics. Now, most of the SUVs, those who come with a very nice, slick shifting automatic gearbox, they tend to have a function called crawl function. So when you take your car from park to drive mode, and before you push the acceleration, the car creeps like a baby. So you always have the moving bed. You don't have to press the acceleration, it will start crawling. So that's a very nice advantage in bumper to bumper traffic for people those who want to buy, let's say, automatic variant. Number one. Number two, acceleration and brake. These are only two options you have. So let's say if you're stuck in bumper to bumper, you're not very mature with driving dynamics and you want to drive a car, you could easily learn the technique of driving of automatic SUV, because it is as good as driving an Activa, Scooty, where you just have acceleration and you just have the brake. So that's advantage number two. It is not as difficult or as challenging because over here there's no option called clutch. So left foot is well rested. Number three, it's a huge relief when it comes to waiting in long queues. Most of these cities, metropolitans, are heavily crowded, very populous these days. So driving a car of a SUV, structure with bumper to bumper, and if you happen to have manual, then you may end up getting a lot of ache in your left leg because of a hard clutch or even a soft clutch, because every now and then you have to push. In automatic, that thing has been taken away. So your left foot again is at ease and you won't have to find any difficulty if you're trying to go just like a tortoise in a deeply constructed highway jam. That's advantage number three. Number four, the sheer feel of driving a car without having a much of a hiccup. In manual transmission cars, there are a lot of things you have to keep in check. For example, you have to have right acceleration of the clutch and so-called, let's say, brake, clutch, and gear. In this particular option of so-called automatic, you really don't have to think about anything else. You just have to think about the acceleration and the so-called the brake. Only two options. There's no such thing called a third option. Okay, so if there's something which you need to manage, is the driving ability and the driving dynamics, which your automatic car will shift as per your driving speed. So the big headache of driving a car for a beginner in automatic is taken away like that. So that's advantage number 4. Let's move and talk about the 3 different options which can come as a con in a automatic cars. Number 1, it can give you a lot of headache in terms of mileage. I'm not saying that automatic cars do not give you good mileage. You have cars like Venue, you have Sonet, you have automatic auto shift of Mahindra XUV. They give you good mileage. But when it comes to manual, where you can really maintain the way you want to, the mileage becomes more of a challenge in automatic cars compared to manual transmissions. So that's disadvantage number 1. Number 2, it can be a bit jerky. Not all the vehicles have the best possible clutch and gear synchronization, especially the gear. So if the gears are not shifting and if it's not sustaining a good speed for a certain bracket, you may end up getting a little jerky feeling when you talk about the car and its overall acceleration and pickup and stuff like that. So yes, you need to understand that if the car has not got the best possible gearbox, the automatic gearbox, it will definitely spoil the entire fun of driving car. So it can be a little jerky and you may have a little lag as well in terms of pickup and speed. And of course, the third point, which is in my book, is engaging. See, if you just want to have a car which can just take you from office to home, business to home, school to office, and whatever, you can very well occupy even your own Ola or Uber, whatever you want to have, or even an auto rickshaw. But if you want to drive a car and want to have a feel, I think shifting a gear on the highways, you would definitely miss in automatic. You may also have a lot of challenge tomorrow. Let's say your brother or let's say your family or your wife has bought a car and she has a manual one because she knows how to drive manual. And if you're not accustomed of driving manual, then if you are going from so-called, let's say, manual to automatic, there is going to be a challenge, but not as much. Whereas automatic to manual would be a huge difference. It could be a night and day. So these are some of the challenges. Of course, there's no fun in driving the middle price level SUV in terms of auto shift version. I'm not demotivating anybody over here, demotivating, but then if this is a real feel, I'm telling you, because I've driven Venue, I've driven Sonet, I've driven XUV300 auto shift, and I can tell you how it feels in the longer run. So these are my opinion. This is what I think, and I think auto shift is good given the petrol dynamics, the turbocharged engine these days. But then, if you really want to have a real feel of a dynamic SUV and the power performance on the highway, manuals are always better. So the 3 top cars in my book which you should consider buying in automatic. Number 1 is XUV300. I think this is a brilliant synchronization of the auto shift gear, and it has no lag whatsoever in XUV300. I don't know how they do it, but Mahindra has fortunately done that. So that's my choice number 1. Even though we don't expect Mahindra to produce such top class car, barring the Alturas and of course the XUV300, but then they have done recent. Number 1. Number 2, Venue, very good car, very good automatic car. It will not give you a fun as good as XUV300 because it doesn't have the power performance in the overall package, but then it's a very good car, compact, movable, likable, interiors are very nice, and it's a good deal. Third, Kia Sonet. I'm pretty much impressed with Kia Sonet's new car, the way they have been launching, and I think the Sonet version is also one heck of a good price bracket for an automatic version. I hope this was useful. If this was, do give us a thumbs up, comment, let us know what you think about the entire review, and I hope I was able to solve one of your questions answer. Till next time, you take care and thank you for joining iPhone Blog, the Auto Tech Tuber. Bye for now.